Hi, this is Mavi Moreno, life coach and mentor from alifeinawareness.com. Welcome to the third video in the series on how to find your life purpose. In the first video we talked about what a life purpose is, and we used the very simple but effective diagram of an ikigai to explore that notion. In the second video I talked a little bit about the reason for finding your life purpose and a life of meaning and the cost of not doing so. And in this third video I'm going to talk a little bit more about the journey, the inner sort of discovery journey that finding your life purpose entails. And I'm just going to give you a few signposts along the way that I hope will be useful. We will discuss them in a bit more depth in the following videos on this, but the first one that I wanted to touch on today is that of human needs, the human basic needs, which are 6, and we all have them. The second big signpost is your own personal strengths, that which you do well, and I will give you a very simple exercise to help you flesh that out. The third signpost, the third point, is to do with values, which are equally as important as strengths, because it's values look at what you care about and give you a huge amount of meaning in your life. And the last signpost is that of blocks, and that's actually quite a crucial one, and I invite you to take it as a bit of a stopping place, a resting place where you can sit down and take a look at your backpack and decide what's in there and what you want to keep and what you can let go of, so that you can continue walking down the journey of a purposeful life with a bit more lightness. So there are 6 basic human needs. We all have them. They manifest themselves differently for all of us. Normally there's usually 2 at the very top that really have an influence in why we do what we do. The first one, the most basic human need, is that of security and safety. And that relates to both the integrity of the person, so like your own sort of survival, and it's obviously very linked to the instinct of survival, your physical integrity, but it's also to do with food, shelter, and basically meeting your basic needs, and a feeling of being settled. So anything to do with routines, anything to do with consistency, predictability, fulfills the basic need for security in all of us. The second one, which could be seen as a kind of counterpoint to it, is the need for variety. Many of us, myself included, have a very strong need for variety. So in me, it manifests itself very much in my passion for traveling and for languages. But in many people it might be just that they really enjoy jobs that are very varied, or they enjoy lifestyles where there's a lot of change in their lives. The third basic human need is love and connection. These are both sort of linked in together, although love would probably mean there's much more vulnerability shared, whereas connection can sometimes stay at a bit more of a superficial level. But obviously they are intertwined. You can't really have love without connection, and I would argue that connection without love is also pretty poor. So we see it as one sort of basic human need. And then the fourth one of the basic ones is that of importance, feeling, which is all about feeling valued, feeling a member, a contributing member of society. It's about status. It's about outward sort of manifestations of success. So those are the four basic ones, and then there's two which we would see as not necessarily spiritual, but higher basic needs, which are development, the need to develop and to grow, personal growth, and the need for contribution. And those needs are usually one usually focuses on them when the other four needs are quite well met in your life. The main difference between the contribution and the importance need is that in the contribution one, it's less about the ego, it's less about the status, it's less about the explicit sort of output that of what you do or who you are, and it's more about contributing to the world, to your community, in a much more altruistic way. So those are the 6 basic human needs, and I invite you to do a very small and simple exercise, which is just to sit down and do a ranking of them and see which ones come up the top 2 for you, and see how you feel about that, see if there's anything that you want to change. And I'll catch you in a couple of weeks' time to look at strengths and give you some tips on that. But I think starting with what you need is a very, very important question. Okay, take care now. Bye.